que d'aimer vos parents, vos amis et vos enfants. Votre père ou votre mère, oui, l'entend des picatoires, vous portant dans les bois, nous crions dans les bois. Oui, tiens, oui, veillez vos cœurs, pour entendre les clamer. Les amis divigatoires, oui, nous crions les larmes aux yeux, j'ai fait quelques prières,
Back again in Port-au-Prince, Haiti with another documentary. Today I look forward to taking you to a journey through numerous locations within the Grand Cemetery that I wasn't able to cover in my first documentary, and we will have other miscellaneous places that we will visit as well. So I hope that this video is pleasing within your sight, and I thank you guys for your support within the first and second documentary, The Face of God, as well as the Revelation. Today, I view this documentary as a complimentary to The Face of God. So, without further ado, let's move forward and let's get to action. Well, here at the shrine of Tsipi-Slakwa, not too many have actually heard of this. This is in the pit. This is in a dark family of more of, say, Ikede / Hitwo. That's more like the hot side of Vodou. Well, Tsipi-Slakwa, that is like a marasa. You know, it is a mother with actually 3 children, 2 women and a boy. This is where people come to work, whatever you would say is your, I'd say, your aggressive forms of magic whatsoever. I don't want to say too much, you know, to say darker work whatsoever, but I would definitely say this is where people come to serve, you know, Tsipi-Slakwa, which is basically a mother and 3 children whatsoever. That all pretty much served here. So, that said, we're going to move on to the next location. Back here at another location, this is called Universel. I'm going to let my Haitian brother actually go into details about this, and then from there on I'll explain to you what he said. Bon, avant d'aujourd'hui pour expliquer qui ça qui en de Kaila. Bonne explication de Universel.
Kaisa son Kai l'époque des cimetières pas de autres arrivaient. Parce que le film fatalement après un an et demi, le film pour nous c'est qu'il faut tirer sur le côté avec Kaisa. Ils font tout le day. On a football venir faire Kaisa pour nous. Kaisa c'est là de nous tout zo. Le tir $1, parce que ça veut dire carton la grande là. Elle dit quel soit zo bien, mettre riche, pauvre, intelligent là dit mettre sortir les wagues cavo, c'est mettre de ton côté, une jeune zosa, le dans ça.
OK.
Ça c'est une force commune.
OK, d'accord. OK. Well, this place here, they call it Universel. Basically, it is a place where they discard all the remnants of bones of humans, wherever you're rich, wherever you're poor, doesn't really matter, because sometimes the bones are scattered around the cemetery on the floor, you know. So basically, this thing that wasn't originally here, it was actually rebuilt around some time, you know, whatsoever. And the date actually gives us what, you know, the 25th of July, 1990. So this place is actually established to house all the bones of people that basically passed away, that is basically scattered around the cemetery. So this is a collaboration of all the human bones, like a collaboration of bones of many people that is basically housed inside this house here. So that said, we're going to move into the next location. All right. Well, we're here at another location. I'm not going to do the talking right now. I'm going to let my man do the explanation. Explique about it.
Bon voilà, ça sont cavoli. Non t'es un seul monde là-dedans, net t'es un monde là-dedans. Il est net t'es un monde là-dedans. C'est moi ça, et dit c'est moi quand comme ça tout le monde. Moi je m'a dit lever là, il y a une grosse couleur qui d'avait tout là. Mon pas rentrer dans le cimetière couleur pour carré. Après moi, couleur descendre là, c'est bloqué là. Il ça tout, nous baptiser, nous le sim.
Alright, well, we're basically at this shrine here. As you know, my friend just explained to you in Haitian Creole, this is a location dedicated to Simbi, but I will say it's not just a typical Simbi, it is Simbi Lakwa. Why? Because it's buried in a cemetery, and as you see the cross here, this is a representation of him. Now the story behind this is that there was let us say a Catholic father that used to come here, and from him coming here, they say that, you know, this is the place that he was buried. But with the place being where he was buried, one day there happened to be a storm and this section here became, the bottom as the opening became filled with water. And what happened was, outside of the water situation that was flowing from here, they actually found a snake on top of this location. So from here, the people made the connection that it was Cindy Lacroix who came to inhabit this location here. So I hope you have a great visual of this. We're going to move into another section of this cemetery. This here is the location that was originally dedicated to François Duvalier, but due to political upheaval, basically it was destroyed, ruined. But you know, I guess for those of you who don't know, his casket was originally here, but due to all the political upheavals and so, his son had his casket removed. So this environment here is pretty much what is remains of where his casket used to be. The late François Duvalier. This here is a monument dedicated to Indians, pretty much from olden times. A lot of the caskets were actually buried here. So this here is pretty much the sacred ground. This is basically the Grand Cemetery for the Prince. When you come in here, it's pretty much a lot of important people here from Duvalier's grandfather, well, his father whatsoever, François, the late François Duvalier. But here, this is more like this is like an area dedicated to Indians whatsoever. And under here you can actually see, I don't know if you can actually see it, but there's an opening on the ground here that basically gives you an indication of like where the caskets for the Indians. So with that said, well, we can say that it's modernized. Well, before I even move forward, it's actually modernized. Basically, the people came back here and updated whatsoever. So with that said, I'm going to move forward. Well, as you can see, there's actually a church right behind me in a cemetery, or next to the cemetery. So as you can say, many people say that Haiti is a very religious country. You have Christianity, you have Catholicism, and you have people living right beside it. So when people say that this country is heavily influenced by Christianity, I would definitely say this. You have the same people in Christianity that are into the community. So I definitely want to say this. There's many people that will come and profess Jesus. There's many people that will say, Jehovah, Sissi Salah. But when you find the truth out, you'll find the same people that go in public and masquerade themselves as Christians are the same people that are in this community. So with that said, I'm making my way out of the cemetery, and I hope you enjoy this part of our documentary. Thank you guys for watching. Well, I hope you enjoyed the cemetery portion of this documentary. Our next location is going to be Sodo. This is the Mecca of Haitian Vodou. With that said, I don't want to keep you guys waiting. Let me get my bags packed. Let's head out. Well, here in Sodo, this is pretty much the Mecca of Haitian Vodou. This is a very sacred waterfall site. There's many locations which is dedicated to specific Loa, mainly in the Rada Nation. So with that said, I'm going to move forward and take you through a tour. Well, back here at the location where they serve Ezeli Freda. Ezeli Freda in Haitian Vodou is the goddess of love. Within the Rada family, this is a benevolent spirit that helps out with marriage. You know, you can petition her for love affairs, you can petition her for anything, pretty much most things in the field of love. She is definitely a wonderful spirit that we serve in Vodou. In this location here, this site is completely dedicated to her. You can see that there's a lot of candles lit, so you can pretty much say that people have already come here to make their personal petitions. So, I'm going to leave you guys with the visual, so I'm going to step away so you can take a good look for yourself and see how it's done in my country, Haiti. Okay. Well, pretty much here at the site of Dumbala, as you can see, it's by a waterfall. I know this is different from many representations of Dumbala in the West. When you in America, you see Catholic photos of St. Patrick whatsoever. But when you're talking about the true essence of voodoo, it is a nature-based tradition. So it's outdoor. You can see this tree is sacred. It has been housed by the spirit of Dumbala. So with that said, I'm going to step away so you can have a good view. This is where we serve Dumbala. So, back again at the location where they serve Ogu. There's many ways to make contact with that particular loi. But in this location, you actually see a stone mound. You can't really see it at a distance here, and I'm limited with where I can actually place my camera. Basically, you actually have stones, we have actually had nails actually lodged in the stone. As far as who is concerned, he's petitioned for work, he's petitioned for protection. Mainly, this is a loi that falls into the Gada family. Some say he's Negnago, some refer to him as Ogu Serai. It all depends on where you come from. This is Sodo, which is different from Port-au-Prince. So as I said on previous videos, where you go, that determines how they summon the loi or work that particular loi. So I'm going to move to my next location. This is the visual for you, so you can see how it's done in Sodo. Well, here's our next location. This here is dedicated to Bawon Lacroix. Now, everywhere you go, again, I got to say this because so many people are so used to seeing a representation of Bawon Lacroix as a cross. Well, in this province here, in this location particularly, this is how they work with Bawon Lacroix. People come here to petition them for justice. There's many means for reasons why people come here to petition, but the main one that I know of across Haiti is known for like justice. So again, this is different from your typical visual that you'd have in Port-au-Prince as a cross on top of a tomb. Well, this pretty much is how they serve them out here. Well, I'm going to, this is Agaou. I don't work with Agaou, so I really don't know much about him. So I've got one of my tour guides here to explain things. So, même, balmon d'aujourd'hui après, pour ba une explication de loi ça parce que m'a servi avec. So, on ka di mon yo et puis m'a dit l'anglais pour mon yo, ka comprendre.
Loi ça là. So, loi ça c'est si haut l'idée. Si haut comme. Soit pour avec, on va faire un travail. On va bien si haut, on va faire ça il doit avoir un besoin. On a avant d'avoir parole, par contre côté lié, il dit comment de loi ça pour la chercher nous amener ba ou pour bouger. Et le comment de nous la der nous la côté nous ba ou la
Agaou, okay. Well, I'm going to translate this into English now. Agaou is a spirit that many people petition for expeditions. And not only for expeditions, you know, because most people have the connotation that expeditions are for something evil. But expeditions can be to relieve people of malevolent and harmful spirits, you know, mainly spirits of the dead. Also, he is petitioned to find lost ones, you know, or lost objects itself. So we can say that if someone goes missing, someone can petition this particular loi to basically find that individual. So this, as he stated, he drinks what they call corn syrup. You know, this is This is Agahu once again. So with that said, I don't think there's any more locations that I have to cover here. I hope this location was definitely informative, and I hope that it was able to show you guys a different aspect of voodoo. So with that said, I'm going to be leaving this site here, and I'm going to be attending another ceremony. So stay tuned, be back with more footage. Voodoo is a very mystical tradition. I know many people will say that they want to be part of voodoo, but I will definitely say this. Well, I definitely say voodoo is a tradition you really got to work hard in. You know, it is something where you got to put a lot of effort, a lot of groundwork in, because you have spirit. When we talk about Haitian voodoo, it is not like a system where you're just, well, I want to say one thing about voodoo. Haitian voodoo is very tough. It is not an easy tradition that you can get away with saying a little word, a couple of prayers here and there, and that's it. Haitian voodoo is very demanding, you know. I will show you the demands that you have in Haitian voodoo, you know, because in the Western world, a lot of people basically they make it seem as though Haitian voodoo you can just do minor things and that's it. There's a lot of things, you know, that come into play when we talk about Haitian voodoo. So let me show you what type of animals we have here that we use for our ceremonies with swearing, you know. Well, this is what I mean by Haitian voodoo is a very demanding tradition. As you can pretty much see, this is a cow we have here, male cow. Basically, this is for Bosu. Basically, as you can see, it takes, you know, when we're doing the sacrifices, whatever it may be, you know, it takes a lot of muscle. You know, this is not just something where you can just, you know, the Haitian voodoo is not a tradition where you can just pray your way and just say that's it. You know, you got to put a lot of effort from buying food, whether it's vegetables, whether it's buying animals, you know. I mean, this is one thing, you know, as you can see, a bull, or some people say, I guess it would be in the bull family, or there's a cow, male cow. Well, as I was saying, Haitian voodoo is a very demanding tradition, you know. So as you can see here, we have a bull for Bosu. This tradition is very demanding. You know, you just can't get away with, let's just say, a couple of candles, a couple of oils. You got to put a lot of effort in. Sometimes you got to go down to the marché. Sometimes you got to drive around. You have to drive around the country to get the right color animals for your ceremony. So this is a bull we have for Bosu.
Well, many people say they want to practice Haitian Vodou, but they don't take into consideration the requirements, the demands that Voodoo has. When you have to make sacrifices, this is a very gray area for many people in the Voodoo tradition. I would say in the Western world, this is normal in Haiti, we have rams, we have goats here, yeah, this is all, in regards to our ceremony, and this is, again, it's very demanding because when you're living in Haiti, you got to drive from province to province, city to city, so you got a lot of things that you have to do when you are in this tradition, and it's just the prayers is not, the prayers and, those are just some of the things that has to be done. But it's a lot of muscle, groundwork you have to do in a tradition. This is not a tradition that's, I would say, easygoing or lazy. A lazy tradition, you got to work in this tradition. So I just want to show you guys a little bit about, what it needs, what's needed to be, what's needed to be in this tradition itself. Especially if you want to practice Haitian Vodou and you're talking about coming to the country. I know a lot of people with the Western, have this Western upbringing that they kind of view animal sacrifice as basically being something barbaric or so, I mean, each culture is its own, So within our culture, this is something that is completely normal. It is fine. It is not like we are wasting food. Basically when we make these offerings, we cook the food. And after we leave it there for, the spirits to take their portion, we eat the food afterwards, So it's just like for you people out there that are in the West that are Christian, you pray over your food, right? You give God thanks for what you got. It's the same similar way with what we do in Voodoo, As you can see, a lot of preparation is happening for the ceremony. This definitely takes a lot of strength, takes a lot of courage, a lot of hard work too. This is not just cutting animals and cutting animals' throats and throwing body part like animal parts everywhere. No, we prepare this. We offer up the portion when after we cook it, cook the animals and we cook the food. It's more than just a thing of sacrifice. The community gets fed as well. So Just wanted to give y'all a glimpse so you see what's going on. Children help out, everybody help out, the preparation of food. You know, so this is a ceremony, yes, to pay our portion in respect towards the Loa, as well as a community thing where we feed the community as well. Yes, so this is an inside take of how we do what we do in Haitian Vodou. And as you see, that is the blood from earlier on, and is actually mixed with certain ingredients, food, you know, herbs and plant life, and it's mixed into a sauce, and we all eat. So this is a glimpse of how Vodou operates in the sacrificial manner. Well, pretty much as part of the ceremony, this is a preparation process. Definitely it requires a lot of hard work and effort. As you can see, the gentleman is preparing, he's skinning the goat for preparation for food. As I said before, when it comes to sacrifice, it's not a vain thing where you see in the Western world, you know, people are just using blood and they sprinkle blood everywhere. All this food is eaten. You know, this stuff is actually prepared, you know, and after the ceremony, the community takes a portion of it, as well as, you know, we make our offering to the Loa. So I definitely want to give y'all a glimpse that this is not a thing, you know, we're just playing around and doing foolish things. This is an organized system, you know? This has been going on for over 70 years here. So this is serious business. I'm going to step aside so you guys can see men at work here. But what I will say about Vodou and ceremonies, sacrifices, is that it is something that takes a lot of hard work. You know, it's not something where you can just say, oh, I practice Vodou. Because if you practice Vodou, you have to practice Vodou. Like the Bible says, you have to practice Vodou. If those who worship me must worship me in spirit and truth. So the same concept behind Vodou. You got to basically put your all into it. I mean, listen, we spend thousands of dollars on ceremonies yearly in order for things to be done right, you know. So a lot of people, they think that, you know, in the Western world, they read a couple of books, you know, they watch a couple of YouTube videos, and that's it. I'm down here in Port-au-Prince. We gotta go get goats, we gotta go get bulls, we gotta go get you know, roosters. We gotta go get we gotta get everything. You know, these things are not cheap. You know, they're not, you know, they're expensive. So I definitely say, in order to be effective at Haitian Vodou, true Haitian Vodou, you have to sacrifice part of your life in order to obtain the benefits from it. What you give is what you get. Southwest and Liuwet. You know? So the thing is, if you don't give, you're not going to get back, and don't expect to get anything back, you know? So I definitely want to say another thing about sacrifice, because when people talk about sacrifice in America, they think of someone making an upside down pentagram and sprinkling blood all over it whatsoever, you know? Let me explain something. In Haitian Vodou, it doesn't operate that way, you know? When you talk about sacrifices and things of that nature, the food, we prepare the food. Everyone is going to eat this food. This is not things done for vanity's sake. You know, the community comes together and assists in these ceremonies. You know, it is not just something where one person just does this. No, it is not like Hollywood. You know, there's starving people in the community. So what do you think? We're going to waste this food here? No, we're going to eat. I definitely say this. When you talk about Port-au-Prince, safety is definitely important. You definitely got to have protection. You definitely got to make sure that you are nobody to be fucked with. Because out here, there's a lot of hungry people out here. There's a lot of starving people out here.
I've had family members that were kidnapped. I've had family members that were shot at. I've had family members that were extorted before. So I know how crazy this country may be. There's a lot of people in the Western world that says, well, voodoo will protect you. Let me explain something to you. When you think of the Haitian Revolution, was it just prayer and dancing that got the people safe? I mean, they got the people the freedom that they wanted? No. They picked up the tools of the land and used it against their enemies in order to get their freedom. So there's always a balance between spirit and matter. Because I get a lot of people that say, you focus too much on martial arts, you focus too much on firearms, things of that nature. When you're living in a hostile country, you definitely got to know how to defend yourself. And I speak this because there's a lot of people in the Western world that want to come down to Haiti. And when you ask the people who they're staying with, are they going to put them in a hotel, or they're going to stay with the Wunga or Mumbo in their home? And what you get at times is that a lot of these people stay at the homes of these people without security. I say you're putting yourself in a compromising situation because who knows? You have a lot of, what do they call them? You got a lot of people that are hungry. You got a lot of people in desperate situations. So they find you as a Westerner, they figure in their mind that you have money. So what is their thought? Your thought is going to come rob you at night, pick you up and extort you and say, oh, well, you want your family to send X amount of money and they'll let you go. So I'm just saying these things to keep yourself safe when you come down to Port-au-Prince, Haiti. Well, we covered a lot of ground in this documentary. There's nothing more for me to show. I would like to say thank you to my supporters, thank you to my clients, and just for those who want to show common courtesy in showing your support to what I do. Thank you. So this, and within this final moment, I want to close this with the famous Haitian Vodou greetings. Aïe Bobo. Thank you guys for watching. Amen.
Venez mon Dieu, venez, venez mon doux sauveur, venez rayez à moi, au centre de mon cœur, venez mon Dieu, venez, mon Dieu, venez, venez mon doux sauveur, venez rayez à moi, au centre de mon cœur. Venez mon Dieu, à toi Jésus, ma vie, ma force et mes adhères, de mon âme engourdie, écoutez ma prière, venez mon Dieu, venez, venez mon Dieu, venez, venez mon doux sauveur, venez à moi. Au temple de mon cœur, venez.